So I had an opening joke about contributing appreciated stock, but the virus attacked it. My name is Adam Hineynu, and I am the chairman of the Hineynu campaign initiative. Welcome, thank you for coming tonight. As congregants of the Tzedek, we say Hineynu, here we are. We are here today to ensure that CBT is here for our future. We are here today to begin our congregational life effort to raise funds necessary to secure CBT's financial stability, create a truly welcoming and safe facility for all, optimize our space to meet the needs of now and beyond. My story at CBT began in 2015 when my girlfriend and partner, James Newfield, and I were coming together and we needed to find a new congregation for ourselves. We had some familiarity with the rabbis, and were attracted by the light of the rabbis. But when we came to the congregation for the first time, we were really embraced by a welcoming and warm congregation. Thank you all for welcoming us. Janice has been serving on the board for the last year, and when I was invited into a leadership position, I jumped at that. Hineynu is an incredible effort. We'll learn more about it tonight. I wanted to say, first of all, that we have to thank the people who have already made a commitment to the campaign. We'll learn a little bit more about that shortly. Odds are, given the people who are in the room tonight, either the person to your left or the person to your right is a Hineynu donor, maybe even in your own seat. So thank you for saying Hineynu. At this time, I want to introduce some additional speakers, but I am reserving some time for myself at the end. So, I am now going to invite Rabbi Young to make some remarks.
I was turning on my mic. It was not an itch. That's what they call it these days. It's my mic. My Bianca mic. Tonight we read in the Megillah the story of Esther. The name Esther means hidden. And the theme of hiddenness is a constant throughout the story of Purim as well as our celebration of Purim. Esther hides her Jewish identity. She doesn't tell King Ahasuerus that she is Jewish, and so we in turn might hide our identities. We might wear a costume or a mask, dress up somehow. Not everyone, and we don't judge you out loud. But the idea is that we are hiding ourselves the way Esther hid her identity. We also hide the Megillah in the form of a spiel. We disguise it. Tonight we'll be disguising it as the Wizard of Oz in an amazing world debut of the Wizard of Shushan. We also hide jelly inside of cookies called hamantash. We hide gifts, mishloach manot, for our friends and family. We might even give a little tzedakah, some matanot la'avyonim, something to people who need our assistance. And either whatever we're doing, we're taking what's hidden and giving it, and even in the Purim story, God's presence is hidden, because there's no mention of God in all of the book of Esther. And yet, we know God is there. And we know that Esther's Jewish identity is there, because you cannot hide without revealing. Esther's revelation of who she is saves the Jews. The moment she stands up, declares her Jewish identity, that is the moment we're all set free. That is the moment the Jews are allowed to, in the case of Persia, survive, fight back, be themselves without fear. Whenever a character in the Bible stands up and reveals their presence, the word is Hineynu. I am here. Abraham says it. Isaac and Jacob say it. Samuel, David, Isaiah, Jeremiah, all kinds of characters throughout the Bible say Hineynu, I am here. Even God says Hineynu in the story of Noah. When God reveals the rainbow, God says to Noah, Hineynu, I am here. But I am here is not just a location. Oh, there you are. That's not what that means. Hineynu means I am present. Fully present. Ready, willing, and able to do whatever I am called to do. That's what it means when anybody in the Bible says it. That's what it means when we say it. And when we say it together, the plural for Hineynu is Hineynu. As Adam mentioned, our campaign is called the Hineynu campaign because we are here. We are present. We are all going to reveal our true ability to save and to show that the community is important to us, to show that we are here ready, willing, and able to support our congregation in partnership so that we can continue to offer that welcoming presence that Adam mentioned, to offer first-rate education from young learners all the way to young at heart learners, and to be able to continue to strive for Tikkun Olam, our acts of social action about which we are so passionate. It's in our name, B'nai Tzedek. All of this is done because we stand up and say, Hineynu. And when we reveal ourselves, when we show who we really are by supporting this community, we do save the lives of members of this community, as well as guaranteeing the future of this congregation. Thank you for saying Hineynu.
Thank you, Adam, and thank you, William. Thank you so much. Thank you all for being here this evening. The job of maintaining CBT is the job of we. 2 years ago, the board of directors completely revamped our values, mission, and vision. And technical help? I don't know why this is happening. Sorry, we tested it before. Sorry about that. We have, as a board, attempted to govern by keeping those values, our vision and our mission, in our minds. And the same is true for this campaign and all of its related projects. Its purpose had to be based on CBT's values, so let's start there. These are CBT's core values, and they act as our behavioral compass. Talmud Torah, Jewish learning, lifelong learning, womb to tomb, as they say. Kehila Kedosha, a holy community. That is who we are to each other. And Tikkun Olam, social action, repairing the world. Here is our vision. This is what we aspire to be as an organization. When we reach our full potential, we can say this statement with full confidence. We are a vibrant, welcoming, progressive, self-sustaining congregation that perpetuates Judaism for future generations, where our diverse membership feels valued, connected, safe to pursue spiritualism and faith, and engages in celebrating our shared culture. I did not write that in preparation for today. That is the board's collective effort of writing CBT's vision. And then our mission. Our mission is what we do every day. We welcome all. We practice Reform Judaism. We repair the world. We build community. We educate. We connect to the Jewish community at large. We manage responsibly, and we inspire youth. This is CBT. This is what matters to us. Hineynu, we are here. This is not a new concept to us. Hineynu then. This was us when we founded CBT back in 1976. We wanted to establish a place where Jews could come together and practice Judaism and support each other. That's not new to us. Hineynu now. We are a vision of learning, community, and action. Those three values we spoke of at the beginning. And here are our students. This is one of our fundamental core values that we want to educate our kids, bring them up, teach them Judaism, and be here for them as they grow. And here's that future generation I was talking about, all those cuties with the Torah. And Hineynu always, stability for our future going forward. We've been here for 40 years, and we don't want that to stop anytime soon. We will come together as a community and make sure that CBT is here to satisfy the needs of our Jewish community going forward. So in May 2018, a task force got together and we started exploring the idea of what our CBT community might need. And we brought in some campaign consultants who I think you've met. Adam will introduce them later. And our congregants, you guys, helped identify 3 critical goals that became the foundation for the Hineynu campaign. This is what you told us was important to you. Sustainability. Wow. Sustainability. I've said that word a million times. So the first thing you said was, look, we've got a deficit budget every year. We've got to do something about that. And so we have created a way to secure CBT's financial future through a portion of the dollars that we raise in this campaign. Accessibility. There are parts of our building that our members cannot use, or not use very well, including the bima behind me, including the upstairs, including the restrooms. So many areas of our facility are not ready to accept all of our members, and how can we be welcoming if it doesn't? So our building was built in 1983. They didn't even have ADA standards back then. Those didn't even get written and adopted until 1990. So it's time for us to bring areas of our facility up to code. And then functionality. As Adam mentioned, our building was built in 1983. That's 37 years ago, and we had different needs in mind, and our needs have changed. And we need to update the space to suit our current and ongoing needs. So here's what we're hoping for as outcomes from the campaign. As I mentioned, we established already, the board, a sustainability fund, and it prescribes exactly how money flows into that fund from the campaign, designed to supplement our operations budget for years to come. We also have projects in mind that are focused on improving accessibility and bringing our building up to code that allows all of our members and guests to use our whole facility. We do have some funds left from our Shared Vision campaign. Maybe some of you remember that back from 2005 and 6. And we are able to put the balance of that fund into new projects. And everything, though, keep in mind, everything's going to be dependent on what donations we receive and over what time, because our donors are defining over a 5-year period when their donations are going to come in. So everything is dependent on the schedule. Okay, so the Shabbat candles are here to represent what Shabbat candles always do, which is a relationship between God and the Jewish people. We thought this would be a good way to represent what the campaign has done so far. So the candle on the left represents our pledges from you guys, and we are shooting for an initial goal of $1 million with a stretch goal of $1.5 million to accomplish the things we'd like to do. The candle on the right represents all of you, the donor families. Our members we're at an approximate 288 families. It's a little flexible, but we'll go with that number. And we have 2 really important goals that go along with that. One is 100% participation by all of our member families. We are here. We can't do it by ourselves. We can't do it with a select few. All of us participating. And we want all donors to make personally significant and meaningful pledge that's suitable for their particular situation that still enables us to reach our $1 million and stretch goal of $1.5 million. Okay, so it's really exciting. Very next slide is going to reveal our results so far. We actually, as a committee, began meeting with congregants one-on-one back in May of 2019. We were having private conversations in sort of a whisper phase of this campaign to see how much we could raise before bringing it to all of you. And I'm very excited to reveal the results. Drum roll. Okay. As of 6 p.m. today, these are very current numbers, We have raised $611,884. So exciting. And that is coming from 75 of our family members. So like Adam was saying, either the seat to your left or the seat to your right or the seat you're in is a donor. And we're super excited about that. This graphic is going to be duplicated. We're going to have a sign in the lobby. You'll see it also in the bulletin so that you can keep an eye on a monthly basis on how things are going with that campaign as we go forward. And we're going to keep going until we hit our goals. We're not going to stop anytime soon. So I'm super excited about that. That deserves a round of applause, right? Okay, let's get down to the nitty-gritty. Here's a little math, courtesy of Mark Hammer. So how do we raise that kind of money, getting all of our participation? If we had an average pledge, not everybody pledged as much, but if we had an average pledge of $6,000 over 5 years, that would be $100 a month times 12 months times 5 years. That gives us the $6,000. And if we multiply that by 288 families, on average, we raise $1.73 million. We could do that. So how are we doing so far? Well, out of our 75 donor families, so far, our average is $8,158 per donor. And the mean gift, and the mean gift, which means that half the gifts are above it and half the gifts are below it, is $5,000. So we're seeing some really substantial contributions from our members, and it's like overwhelming. It's so amazing. Okay, so if you haven't already guessed, our most notable donor is Bernie Kessler. Bernie was certainly our most prolific donor and supporter since CBT's inception, giving more than any other person. And he made plans during his lifetime to give to the Hineynu campaign. He was one of the ones we interviewed early on. And he made plans to give, and the Kessler and Einstein families are honoring his wishes and have agreed to continue his donation of $100,000 to CBT. And while the details are still being hammered out, the plans will include the naming of Rabbi Young's study in Bernie's memory. So, okay, so maybe you know a little bit about my history with Greg here at CBT. That photo was taken on the bima behind me, officiated by King Ahasuerus back in grade 6. Our parents were members. Greg's parents were founding members. My parents joined the very next year. We have celebrated every major milestone of our lives here. We have raised our kids here. We have chosen to make a financial commitment to CBT's ongoing success because we want it here for years and years to come. We hope to bring our grandchildren here, and as I know many of you bring your grandchildren here. So on behalf of CBT, I am asking you, for those who have not yet participated, to consider your own pledge to the Hineynu campaign. It's an amazing opportunity to care for our community together. Every gift matters. It doesn't have to have a lot of zeros. Every gift matters and is appreciated. Marbei tzedakah, marbei shalom. The more charity, the more peace. Does that saying look familiar to anyone? Ah, that's right, it should. It is up there on the wall. It's in this slide. You can see it up there, it's up on the wall, and it's not a platitude. We believe in it so much we have permanently etched it on the wall we face every time we're in this room. Please consider participating. It's very meaningful. If you have any questions about the campaign, because I know you're all dying to get to the spiel, I'm dying to get to the spiel, I'm dying to drink because I didn't have one before speaking with you all today.
Oh, I have.
You had 4? You had my share. Excellent. Because of that, we are not going to address questions at large here this evening, but we are incredibly open to hearing every one of your questions, and we'll be glad to answer them. At the back of the room or in the lobby, there are half sheets there, information request forms. Please write down any of your questions that you have. Please write down if you are ready to have a conversation with a campaign member about your participation. You can even select which campaign member you would like to have call on you because that would be the most comfortable conversation for you. We want to make it as warm and welcoming as we possibly can for you. our lovely Van White. This is actually Vanessa. She's the VIP consultant. Oh, sorry. You made her wear it. And she has question forms. They'll also be in the lobby for when you guys exit. And of course, you can email me, shelleyhalpern@gmail.com. Finally, we are looking forward to reporting progress to you. So like I said, there'll be a graphic in the lobby and there'll be an article in the bulletin.
You did mention some really amazing milestones, like all of the Purim players have made a commitment.
Oh, yeah.
Is that not unbelievable? We were two ago, and they have all made a commitment. We have commitments with every one of the trustees.
Yep.
And we promised Rabbi we would be brief, but there are a couple of important stories that we really wanted to introduce to you. I have been honored to be joined. Leslie Wheatley, would you come up here for a moment? So Leslie Wheatley has honored us by becoming the honorary chair of this committee, and she's going to share a couple of
thoughts. We are the future of Congregation of the Saints. We are the future. As previously said, I am Leslie Wheatley, proud member and past president of Congregation of the Saints. My husband Justin and I have been members since 1985. Our children were named here, went to preschool, had their b'nai mitzvah, confirmations, and were married by our Rabbi Emeritus student in Synagogue life is in my blood. Both my parents were active in congregational, sisterhood, and brotherhood life. Many a night my grandmother sang songs for me at bedtime while my parents were at temple. My father was the first president when the synagogue moved to our new building in Los Angeles. Maddie and Leroy Gordon, of blessed memory, had the first wedding in the new building. Leroy was president here shortly after we moved to this building. Inspired by my dad and Leroy, it was a blessing and a gift when I became your president here. We are gifts and we are blessings. We are history and song. We are hope and we are healing. We are learning to be strong. We are words and we are stories. We are the pictures of the past. We are carriers of wisdom, not the first and not the last. Vador Vador, Nagid Lecha. From generation to generation, we will tell of your greatness. Vador Vador, we protect this chain. From generation to generation, Vador Vador, these lips will praise your name. Looking back on the journey that we carry in our heart, from the shadow of the mountain to the waters that would part. We are blessed and we are holy. We are children of your way. And the words that bring us meaning, we will have the strength to say, Vador Vador. May the legacy of my father and Leroy continue to live on as we build and strengthen our congregation. For those of us today, my family, and my congregational family and friends, and for our future generations. Thank you.
And for one of the younger members of the congregation now to the youngest member of the, but we're happy to introduce Keith Benton.
Hi, some of you know me, some of you may not. My name is Amy. I may be the youngest member of the board, I'm not sure. So there's that. I grew up in this congregation. I had my baby name right up there. My mother was a CBT board member. She was president. She was assistant president. She was very active still. It is. My dad helped renovate the offices. I went to preschool here. I went to religious school here. Some of my teachers are still here. I taught religious school myself here. There's going to be a lot of them, so sorry. I'm not obligated to memorize my speech. Like, I'm not in the spiel, so I may have to refer to notes. But this community has meant a lot to me and to my family. I had my daughters had their baby name here. Rabbi Young and Rabbi Einstein did the births for my son. My children are starting religious school here. And I'm getting over 20, so sorry. I'll start referring my notes. But God willing, my children, our children, my husband's up there, they will have their success here too. They will have their video and stuff. They will have their confirmations like I did. This community has been there for us because, and you've been there to support our family in all the life cycle events, from joys to sorrow. This congregation and community has been an integral part of our lives. The connections and friendships we have made here have been strong and lasting ones. My husband and I chose to participate in the community campaign so that we could try to provide the same for our children, and so that we can all go from strength to strength. Thank you.
Again, one of the younger members of the congregation.
As Adam said, I'm Marty Hineynu.
Closer.
My wife and I moved from New Jersey to California 38 years ago. We were not joiners. I attended CBT, high holiday services every year. 4 years ago, I lost my wife, and I spoke to Rabbi Young for advice on a couple of problems I had. His wisdom kept me going. And when she passed, she was cremated. We have a memorial service here. I had hoped that we would have a minion. But when I walked out, I was shocked to see about 40 people sitting out here in the sanctuary. People I did not know. And the warmth of the greeting got to me, and I believed I was no longer alone. I started coming to the services for Shabbat, for Shloshim, and in a couple of months I became a member of the congregation, and I became an active member. As you may know, I am a member of the board. I'm the chairman of the Senior Activities Committee. I'm active as membership in the Brotherhood. This is truly a family for me. And we've all heard people talking about Hineynu. Here we are. And I hope each of you will join me in participating in this Hineynu program and be a part of making CBT a firm member of this community. Thank you, and God bless you all.
Okay, we're almost getting to a half an hour.
Great job.
But I really have to say, we could not have done any of these efforts without the good work of a strong committee. Initially, the committee was led by Shelley. They all seem to be. Thank you so much for your efforts. Rabbi Young's vision to bring this forward for the congregation. I'm going to introduce some of the committee members. If you're here tonight, just to give a wave. If you have questions during the reception, you're certainly welcome to ask them. We're all wearing these name tags tonight, so as to be a little bit more identifiable. April Akiva has been helping, Amy Benton, Richard Kolodny, Al Davidson, Gary Einstein, Rabbi Stephen Einstein, Siri Bershman Razzo, Steve Gilbert, Mark Goldhammer, Sharon Goldhammer, Shelley Halpern, Jerry Casco, Tammy Klein, Judy Lerner, Joe Rocher, Jenna Sagan, Harris Stedman, Mike Tucker, Fred Weimuller, Rabbi David Young, and also some of the early committee members, Sam Backer, Dave Dunner, and Pam Rosen. Thank you so much. I am so honored to be able to thank you. Talk to them. Their hearts are in the right place, and they will help you find the right place to say, we are here. Throughout this process, from our beginning discussions throughout the Hineynu campaign until now, we've been guided through this process by VIP Consulting. With us tonight are Vanessa Poster and Sally Chasman from VIP Consulting. Thank you. They have all of the good swag, so check them out after. If someone from the committee has talked to you and you haven't filled out your letter of commitment yet, please take one and do it so tonight. And if any of you have made a commitment and you would like to increase it, you never know. That would be a lovely addition to our numbers. Let's put pen to paper and let's have our forms for us tonight. Thank you all.